This is October 21, 1978. Hi, Larry, and everybody else at Larry's house. You can never be sure who all lives there anymore. That's Corky and Ray, I'm pretty sure of that. Janice? Mike? Who else? Anyway, hello to all of you. Weather right here, right now, is kind of like Portland. It's all clouded over. Rained last night, and it looks like it's going to rain again. However, when we first got back here after our kind of a short visit in Tacoma and Portland, the first thing we were greeted with was a temperature of 117 degrees. And from there on, it was all downhill. We had 150, 105, 110, 109, 106. And it sounds like it's awfully hot, but really it wasn't, because we have the air conditioner, and everything stayed pretty comfortable. After we left Portland, we came right on through. We didn't make any stops along the way. Bob had an appointment in August at the VA, and that was kind of discouraging, because they lost his x-rays. When they found his x-rays, they lost the operating room. Well, that is, it filled up the operating room, and told him he'd have to wait another month for his operation. So we came on back to Indio. Let's see, what else did we do? I think that was about all. That was kind of a dull month, because all we were doing was just waiting. Oh no, we did decide towards the end of the month that we were kind of bored with life here, with just kind of having to stay in and keep out of the weather. So we decided to take a trip up to San Mateo and visit with Bob and Kathy and Dalen and Robbie. And we spent a couple, 3 days there. Also got to see Cindy and Robin. And then we turned around and came back. We went in again in September to the VA, and surprisingly, this time they had Bob scheduled for surgery, and they went ahead and did it. This was a laminectomy, which means first of all, they cut his throat, and I can't figure out how they got their hands inside that little, maybe 3-inch incision. Went around behind and cleaned all the spurs off of the spine, and all that was pressing on nerves and giving him quite a bit of pain. They cleaned it all off and corrected that, and everything was fine. About 3 days later, he came up with a pain in his shoulder that wouldn't quit. And I'm not going to go into details except to say that brought him home when they released him against Dr. Walker's orders. That's me. Told him he should go home, even with this pain. Got him back to Indio, put him in the hospital in Indio. Put him in an ambulance from there and took him back up to La Jolla to the Veterans Hospital, and told him they better take him in and cure him. And I was not too well liked by some of the nurses and doctors up there, because I was really quite angry about the whole thing. Anyway, they never did find out what the pain was. They sent him home after 3 weeks, still with the pain, but with some medication, and said that they aren't going to do anything for him until he's taken this medication for 2 weeks. So that kind of brings us up to October, and as we went into October, he started getting better. I don't think it had anything to do with the medication. I think it was just that he was so tired of hurting all the time that he decided he'd better get better, because nobody was going to cure him. And meantime, I'd had him to the doctor here again in Indio. Nobody seems to know what it was, so we had an appointment back at La Jolla this week. When he went in and talked to a different doctor, because it's always a different doctor, the doctor says, "Well, I don't know what you've been doing, but if it's helping, you better keep right on doing it." And I thought, hell, I could practice medicine on that basis. Anyway, they told him he had a chronic dislocated shoulder, an old injury, and that there wasn't anything they could do about it. He might as well go on back home again. So we're back home. The weather changed immediately. First of all, we had another heat wave that took us on back up to 104 and 110, and then it dropped off to 100 and 102 and 94 and 90. And yesterday it was about 90 degrees, but it rained last night, so it's probably down to about 75, 80 now. Talked to Jackie not too long ago, and she said that she's going to try to come down here whenever her job is finished, when they retire her, if she has enough money for gas, and if her car is still running. And she also said she was going to try and talk Larry into coming with her, which I think would be a good idea. And she'd leave all that cold winter up there and come down here and enjoy the sunshine, get a suntan. I really think you ought to give that a good deal of thought. We got the swimming pool, because you're limited on, you only swim for about 4 hours a day, which isn't bad. I can take you up into the sand dunes and show you how to track the animals up there. I can introduce you to my Charlie, my road runner, or 2 or 3 of them. I'm sure that if you and Jackie come down here, that we can find a lot of things to do that is entertaining, are entertaining. I'd even let you play my organ, Larry. I mean, Bob's organ. Our organ. I promised you when I was up there that I was going to send you Carlin's record. So if you'll hang on just a minute, I'll get it started.